It lasted less than a minute.
I don't know if you've experienced this or not. I assume you have, but sometimes people will imply that if you just carry yourself a certain way, dress a certain way, and act a certain way, that you will never, ever be a victim of violence. I know that's not true, and that's one reason why I studied in martial arts. But when I try to explain that to these people who think that conduct is king, they don't get it. Well, take a look at this. This is why I train in martial arts.
The attacker was under 24-hour surveillance when he began his rampage at a supermarket in Auckland. But 6 people were wounded, some of them seriously.
He stabbed this woman when she came out. I was going in. I went down to the other end. There was an old gentleman, European man, lying on the ground.
Jacinda Ardern, the New Zealand Prime Minister, said the assailant was shot dead by the police within 60 seconds of the attack starting.
What happened today was despicable. It was hateful. It was wrong. It was carried out by an individual, not a faith, not a culture, not an ethnicity, but an individual person who was gripped by ideology that is not supported here.
Senior officers have insisted that armed police intervened as quickly as they could.
The reality is that when you are surveilling someone on a 24/7 basis, it is not possible to be immediately next to them at all times. The staff intervened as quickly as they could, and they...
You can't be there all the time? Maybe that's why people should take martial arts lessons.
...prevented further injury in what was a terrifying situation.
The man, a Sri Lankan national, arrived in New Zealand a decade ago, was identified as a national security threat in 2016 and had been monitored ever since.
They could not prevent 6 people from being wounded. Now, somebody trying to stab you with a machete or whatever he used, I think that martial arts lessons, even if it's not going to make you invulnerable, it may make you react fast enough so that if nothing else, you get out the way. You get out of the way. Or it will raise your awareness enough so that you may see somebody that looks suspicious and decide to just get away from them. That type of intuitive development does come, believe it or not, from practicing traditional martial arts.
We have utilised every legal and surveillance power available to us to try and keep people safe from this individual. Many agencies and people were involved.
This act of violence will stir painful memories in New Zealand of the deadly mosque attacks in Christchurch in March 2019, when a gunman, a self-confessed white supremacist, murdered 51 worshippers. Once again, the nation's isolation has been no defense against extremism.
You mean violence is just something that people do worldwide because there are violent people in the world? Is that what we can infer from this? And that no matter how good your police force is, if they're lawful, they're not going to be able to protect you from every single thing that can possibly happen, even if they're watching this person under 24-hour surveillance. It's just not humanly possible. So maybe that's why you should take a martial arts class. And if you want to take one from me, go to the About tab on this channel. Thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this with people who like to talk about the martial arts in peace. And as always, thank you for your time. And let's pray for those people who were victimized in that attack and people who are victimized by violence, regardless of where they are in the world. Peace, and as always, thank you for your time.